Hello Aquarius, what's up? Welcome back. We are going to check in with any free messages that you have from Spirit around this time and see what is going on, what you need to hear, what's happening in your world. I hope you're doing well. All right. We have the crown chakra, beautiful card coming through. Wow, we've got triumph and success. We've got power, we got love begins, and we've got fertility. This just feels like you are getting your life, yourself, your character, your inner strength and everything when it comes to your emotions in alignment. Like there is no other way to describe this. It almost feels like a phenomenon. Yeah, like these phenomenal energies, and it all starts with the crown chakra, which is like the chakra that connects you with the higher spirit. It's like receiving like your and it may have all to do with this Lion's Gate, right? Like we all talk about it every year, but it's actually aligning you with your higher purpose, with your inner ability, with your inner strength, with what aligns with you emotionally, people that understand you on an emotional part, people that support you, people that don't drag you down, but they lift you up. You know which direction to go in order to have your victory and your success. And it almost feels like this month you're going to have like this awakening, like this wide awakening internally that really connects you to your inner sanctuary, your true unconditional love, and your true self. Okay, like this is like massive, like absolutely massive. And it probably has turned this way due to making a lot of wrong choices, or maybe trusting the wrong people, trusting the wrong energies. And this is like that, and we can always, like, not always, but we can stay stuck in that energy of like, okay, why did I do this and I shouldn't have done that. But at one point you choose your worth and value and where you should stand in that. And I feel like no matter what the experience has been that led you to it, it has taught you so many grateful lessons that you now know which direction to go, what really builds you up, and what your inner strength is in order to accept certain situations. Like this is really amazing. And look at that, that's the huge transformation. And we all know, like, transformation does not always come in, the beauty and the glamour of it, and like everything being like, oh my God, this is the best experience ever. Like, no, it doesn't really work like that. Like true spiritual awakenings and true alignment absolutely comes with like letting go of certain situations, people, certain pain, traumas, but also it is connected to people that keep you stuck in a toxic dynamic. So at one point you feel like you're the lonely one, or you're the one that needs to make those changes while everyone else is just like moving on, like quite good on the surface. And now you will come to the realization that that all happened for a specific reason, for you to actually get in alignment. That's just the way it is. That's the transformation. But in this case, the transformation looks like it has finally put through. The caterpillar finally pushed through and started to fly out. And that's the euphoric moment of like, whoa, now I understand. And it could be like something very significant or very spiritual that actually happens, or you see something, you get reminded of something. Yeah, that's actually very, very beautiful. This is like knowing which direction to go in life, knowing what you're, going towards the next chapter with all the lessons, and slowly but surely, again, opening up your heart chakra. Here we have the heart chakra coming through strongly, and that's like right on top of the or beneath the love begins. This is the heart chakra reopening itself, filling yourself with heartfelt love, unconditional love to yourself and to anything that you are feeling blessed for, okay? And then we have the sacral chakra coming through and the disruption, okay? So there could have been something that happened on an intimate level where someone was abusing you or was getting, like, taking something from you that really disrupted your energy, okay? And this is like the caterpillar that will push through that transformation, right? It's the energy of like, okay, in order for me to get in alignment with my soul purpose and my direction in life that will be eventually as fulfilling as possible, whether that has to do with love, happiness, joy, abundance, career, whatever it is, I may need to strip down the illusion that this is the right path, but I need to change into the right path. So this is all like stripping down the illusions and anything that has disrupted your you becoming yourself. And this feels like something that you deliberately are doing. Like the disruption energy that comes through, it doesn't feel to me as if these are like outside forces happening to you. This is you being like, okay, you know, like if these things are out of alignment, I probably need to work on this, right? It's like seeking pattern resolution, right? That's the type of energy that I'm getting. And eventually, look at that, you got passion coming through. Heartfelt passion, new beginnings, new fulfillments. But it does come after a period of like constantly sacrificing yourself, your worth and value, your self-respect, your own needs, your own whatever the shebang is, right? And you start to realize that that's like a form of like self-sacrificing just to keep people around, right? Like that's not the way that that it should be. Just like in friendship, it's like the more that you give, it's like, oh, then they will stay friends. And this moment that you say like, okay, no, this is a boundary, then they drop off. And you're like, okay, so you were a friend when it's convenient to you. But when I choose myself, then all of a sudden I'm selfish or I'm whatever. And I can decide myself if I have a boundary for myself. Like this is a boundary. And everything needs to be equal. Okay, like, and if a relationship is purely based, or any friendship or partnership, right? And even family partnerships, everything. If it's only based on what you can provide to them, and the moment that you stop providing, they're like falling off the bandwagon, and it's called a bandwagon for a reason, that means that they were actually taking advantage of you and your kindness and your generosity. And that is not an entitlement to them. Absolutely not an entitlement. So that's what I feel like you are. Yeah, you're making some changes here, but in the process of this transformation, you are not losing your sense of self-love, self-care, and self-respect. And that's what it is. And you are signing yourself up for new, fertile beginnings. It could be in actuality, okay? Like some of you may even get pregnant around this time. Or there is like some sort of direction to it. Or for others of you, this could absolutely talk about you finding new endeavors for yourself, new things that really excite you and bring you a sense of love, joy, and peace. Okay, this is absolutely somewhere that you are going, and I like it. Prioritize, exactly. You're starting to prioritize after doing your life review in your own life. And it's like who treated me respectfully, who didn't, or where should I put my focus on? And I do see that most of the time when people do their life review, which is a part of their spiritual journey, like they start to receive the downloads of like what is important, and like some mundane things that you are struggling with are becoming your priority. The moment that you prioritize yourself or your business or your living situation, your house, your income, whatever it is that actually affects your nervous system, people start to feel like, okay, you're rejecting me, or you are not giving me the love and the care that you were supposed to, or you were, see, the entitlement that you were supposed to. And it's like, no, everyone should have the ability to prioritize their own life in order to give freely that love. And that's called also leadership, because that means that you are a leader in your environment, in your group, in your relationships, where people sometimes do tend to look up at you, but at the same time, they also don't want you to, go far away from that. So where I'm actually leading with this, because I feel like I just drifted off in my head. Prioritize, like exactly, the wandering off might be happening, and this is all about like, okay, prioritize your values, your principles, your own life review. Yeah, and just understand that what you have shared has been received through unconditional love. Okay, and I know that sounds super cheesy, right? But you shouldn't look at it that way. I mean, like, we all have like memories or people that came into our life, and it doesn't always mean that just because you don't speak to them, or there is something that happened, or there is some sort of chaos or drama that happened, that does not entirely take away that these people did, share unconditional love, and you shared unconditional love. And that energy will be the only thing that will be in the memory, removing the obstacles, removing these noises, and just focusing on unconditional love. Yes, that person was loving, however, they do not align with my higher purpose. That's it. That's the priority. And that's what I have for you for now. In the extended, we will go into a little bit more depth, as well as their current feelings, because we didn't really get this. Okay, how many minutes am I just talking on this? Like, that was like 30 minutes on the roll. Show respect to that, because that's not easy, okay? 30 minutes, full blown, like a train reel, okay? That's not easy. And I know that everything that I do, like, and most people do here on YouTube, I mean, like, obviously, when you look at it, I just want to share this, right? You may look at it and you're like, oh, that's like so supernatural, right? Like, everything is like, okay, yeah, of course. But have you really noticed, like, sometimes I'm just like scrolling through Instagram, right? And not because maybe I'm a YouTuber that does this for a long time, but I can see that 1 minute of like that reel is just like read up, like literally the script. Like, we all know, like, in this business, people do script, right? And I feel like my tribe is here because they know that I cannot even script anything. This is like the reality of like doing a tarot reading. But like, people be like just reading the script, and I would be like, I can't even do that. Like, I have never even tried it, but it would be very, I mean, like, you see it in my eyes, in my face, but you should be noticing how people are just like this, like, yeah, and I'm like, wow. I couldn't. I really couldn't. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that some things just go very naturally, right? That does not mean that it doesn't take a lot of effort and energy. I had to really rebuild my energy in the past couple of weeks because I felt like completely exhausted. That's why I wasn't here for you guys, because I really needed to tend my own garden and my own heart and my own emotions. However, it's not that easy, okay? Like, it's absolutely not that easy to be in this flow of communication, or, getting a point across, especially if you're just dealing with your own. And doing that for like 30 minutes with like a very specific monologue, it's not even a dialogue, excuse me, it's very hard. It requires priority in your head, because I've had like many years ago, for those who maybe remember, I used to just like talk like a little bit like rubberish, because my mind was not organized. My environment was not organized. And it reflects my inner world. It reflects my mental capability. And sometimes that prioritize is also the prioritize in here. but it also reflects the outside world, right? Like your outside, like when I'm looking around, everything now is prioritized, which makes me more prioritizing the message, whereas I'm like in my head, like, oh my God, I need to do this. And yes, it reminds me that I really need to do something that I've been pushing off. And it's still like, it has to do with my business. For anyone that's still waiting for the oils, I need to sip in the oils, and I'm like, oh my God, I still need to do that. But I also need to finish these readings. Anyway, that was like a little bit of down talk with my lovely Aquariuses, and you know, I always appreciate you, and know that you understand that mental prioritizing. Keep that, okay? Keep the message that I just converted here to you throughout my own experiences, but that's the message. Prioritize right here, and you will see that everything starts to fall in place. That's where we are. Bye.